Ladies and gentlemen,
Looking for the good. I, I look for the good in people. I really, really do, and I don't see it anymore. I don't see it in very many people at all. There were people that I put some faith in a few years ago. I had faith in Rick Bosey. I had faith in Carl Leibold. I had faith in Guru. I had faith in Trump. I had faith in, not faith in them, but faith that they seemed like good people. They really, I believed that they were going to do good. And they're doing the opposite to everything that they said they were going to do, and yet people are still fooled by it. I even look at them now, and I listen to them, and their body language, their whole demeanour has changed to something nasty. Their words are sharp and spiteful. I don't see the good in them. I just don't. Some of them don't even look anything like they used to. It's almost as if like they've been taken over by something. Because none of them stand for what they stand for. In the same breath as telling us that digital economy is not going to happen. I mean, look, Ricardo Bosey does my fucking head in now. A whole bunch of them do. And a bunch of them come and then they go, like they outlive their usefulness and then they just disappear off the radar. Does anybody know what happened to communist John Wilson? Where'd he go? I look at other people. I actually emailed. I sent a serious, honest email to Rod Cullerton the other day, asking him to go and check on Wayne Glue because something's happened to Wayne Glue. He looks sick. He's struggling to put sentences together, and it's happened really, really fast. I don't think someone's looking after him like they should be. It's just that there's something really bad going on. There really is. I do not see the good in these people. People that I used to be able to see it, and it's gone. It's just gone. Their actions do not line up with their words. Even their words don't line up with what their words used to be. Honestly, people, I think that your heroes, your saviours, whatever you want to call them, your knights in white satin, I think they've all turned. I think they've all turned on you. They've turned on us. I have not seen any good in them for a long time. And now people are like hissing at me. That's how it feels. They're spiteful and angry when I show them something that's... So why can't you see it? It's not only frustrating, it's frightening. It's frightening to think that someone can change so quickly and so drastically right in front of people's faces who watch them hanging on their every word, watching them every night on their talking head platforms. And it's like, switch off from them for a month. I think that's probably why I see it more. I'll get to a point and I'm like, oh, I've had enough of this. But no, that's the reason I have enough of it. I'm like, I'm sick to death of holding my breath on this bastard. I'm sick to death of listening to him saying, trust the plan. When are you going to have enough? When are you going to stand up? When are you going to... But just sit back and watch, trust the plan. The White Hats have got this. Well, fucking which is it? You're literally sending people stupid. It was sending me silly. I can't watch them anymore. I literally cannot watch them. Because it's like, they contradict themselves and absolute hypocrites from 10 minutes to the next minute. They go down one tangent of the road and this is happening, that's happening. And 2 weeks later it's something completely different. Or it didn't happen at all. Or I told you this was going to happen when they never said that at all. They said something different. Or they just simply don't know. It's almost like they're rusted on so hard, they're so invested mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and financially, I guess, some of them, that they are being the very exact same people that they're describing as the orange hats and red hats and yellow hats and fucking tiny hats or whatever you want to call them. Fat cat and the black hat thinks he's an aristocrat. Well, that's crap. It's like they can't admit to themselves that they've been had. So they'd rather dig their toenails in even harder and drag people down that road with them even more. No, we're right. We have to be right. Because if we're not right, we're wrong. And oh no, they refuse to be wrong. Which is why everyone's wrong now. They refuse to admit that they might not be right. People are nasty. They're just nasty. And but a lot of these people, like, they've turned. Even their eyes, everything about them, they've just got these nasty looks on their faces. It's like everybody's angry that their life didn't turn out the way they wanted it to. They're angry at the world. Well, welcome to the club. So am I. Sometimes I yell at people and I apologise as I yell. Say, I'm sorry, don't take it personally. I yelled at a girl on the phone today that works for Aurora because I'm pissed off and I've had fucking enough of Aurora. Aurora should never have existed. That's our hydroelectric company. That's our electricity. That's our energy. We built it. We paid for it. It belongs to us. Why are we paying so much money for it? And she actually said, oh, yelling at me is not going to... It's not... I said, I'm not yelling at you. It's like... I'm frustrated. I'm so angry. I said, put yourself in my shoes, because she sounded quite young. I said, I remember when I was a young fella and the house would get a power bill for $80 for a quarter. That's for 3 months, for $80. And that was a house and a panel beating shop running off the same meter box. Admittedly, it had a double cut bastard file sitting across the top of the meter box, which used to slow the little wheel down, but that's not the point. The point is, even without that, it would have been what, $120? I remember Dad ringing up HCC and going crook about his bills. I remember him hopping up and down at fuel, the good old leaded super fuel that actually done the job right, in engines that lasted forever. Not like these unleaded pieces of shit. When fuel got to 50 cents a litre, and he said, that's it, the country's fucked. He wasn't far wrong. It's about when we all started to not help each other anymore and just started stepping all over each other and ripping each other off. Oh, we just got to get ahead. It's all about money now. It's not about life or our lifestyle or camaraderie or mateship or community anymore. It's just about that shit. We're not a country anymore. We're an economy. The love of money has certainly shown itself to be the root of all evil. Everybody's just turned horrible. I look for the good in people and I do not see it. It's not there. If I can't see it, it's not there, because I'm a people watcher. I've been a people watcher all my life. Trying to work people out. I remember going from a Catholic primary school. I've told you this story before. To public high school. a pretty rough and rugged high school, and the people were horrible. I hated being there. I fucking hated it. Just, I'm saying mean. Horrible people. It wasn't that I was a soft ass or a sook. I was the bastard of a heathen kid at the Catholic school. Like, I went to high school. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I guess God did that to me. I found out what it was like to be on the receiving end of me. It wasn't much fun. But if that's the case, that was a pretty big, drastic change. Imagine what it would have been like for the other kids who had Catholic families that they came from, like church-going Catholic families. I didn't come from one of those families. They wouldn't have survived it. But I got used to that, and I got used to the world. I got used to being in business. I got used to it to a point. I learnt to cope with it, deal with it, and learnt to navigate it. But now, I just don't see the good in anyone or anything anymore. It's not that I've given up. It's not that I'm bitter. I'm not depressed. I'm not sad in myself. I'm quite comfortable in my own company. I have a loving home, good kids. But I go outside and everyone's just in everyone's way. Everyone just wants everyone to get out of their way. Everyone's just in a hurry. Everyone's a nuisance and an inconvenience to everyone, even when they're being there for their convenience. The lady at the register's not serving them fast enough, and then it gets to them, and you get to the register, and the lady at the register no longer has a smile. I've got well enough done in the community now. I add value. I add smiles to people. There was some. I shouldn't say that I don't see the good in everyone. There's some that I do, and I think now they look forward to seeing me because they're looking for the same thing. I see them. I see their eyes light up because they're like a friendly face, someone who says please and thank you. And it took them a while to get used to me. They thought I was a bit weird, and then they've got to know me. Some of them. Some of these ladies in the shops around the place. There's a lady that works at Coles, and she's such an chat, tries ever so hard, and I've watched her actually, her demeanour sort of shrink within itself. And then when she spots me standing there waiting to put me groceries on the thing, her face just lights up. Finally, someone who's going to be nice to me, instead of just grumpy in a hurry and answers, "How are you going today, sir?" with a or no answer at all. Or, "Well, I'm running late, hurry up," sort of attitude. It seems to be everywhere. And people now are putting their faith in the most nasty people who are going to... I can't believe... I even was going down that road and I had to snap myself out of it because I thought, I can't believe that I'm actually going along with this. Listening to Ricardo Bosey's talking about the entirety of any... It's actually it's hard to say. The constabulary, the judiciary, all the every level of politics and Freemasonry and Lions Club and Rotary Clubs and school teachers and the list goes on and on and on of all the people that he says, and you're going to be hanged until you're dead. I'm quite sure that most of those people never knew what they were letting themselves in for and probably still don't know what they're stuck in the middle of. In the world of compartmentalised corruption, people are extremely naive. They're extremely... You see, people are now so withdrawn within themselves, they don't want to know. As long as they leave me alone and I get paid every week. It's painful to know for some people. For some people, if they know it, it would destroy them entirely. So they just withdraw to themselves, and their money, go home, keep their mouth shut. They don't even ask any questions. They don't want to know. Which unfortunately gives rise to all the wrong sorts of people. When we now hold the dregs of society in high regard. And they're the dregs of society. They're the people that just take. They take and take and take. All they ever do is want, take and get. Gets. Out to get everything they can get out of anyone, and they don't care how they get it. They purposely go to their way to find kind people because they know many kind people are soft people and weak people. And they don't care if they're not really that weak. They'll get what they can get, and once the convenience stops, they just move on to the next person. While they judge down their nose at people, oh, that person's a drug addict, or that person's this, or that person, oh, that person has never done anything with their life, they've got nothing, oh, that's a deadbeat family. Judging people who came up through a horrible family life, that probably never had an education and never learnt to read, and self-entitled cunts don't have a fucking job. Look at them, the people with mental and psychological disorders. Looking down their nose at them and literally calling them scumbags because they don't pay tax. Chill out, man. Chill out. They are the symptom of you. People like myself and some of the things I've been through, we're the symptoms of you. You're the root cause. You're nasty. You're horrible. We don't want anything to do with you. It's not because there's something wrong with us. It's not that we're antisocial. You're antisocial-able. You're unapproachable. You're judgmental. You use people. You're toxic. Sorry, but you're the antisocial one. It's just nasty everywhere. It's horrible. Everyone you deal with, they're just self-righteous, pompous pricks. The answer to everything is authoritarianism and self-righteous, judgmental grandeur. They marvel at their own self. They marvel at their wrongdoings, at their shortcomings. Showed that person. I like what Topher Phil said the other night. Australians love a good finger wagging, and that they do, and they love to knock the heads off poppies. They also like to kick people when they're down. That's un-Australian. The whole system is set up to just keep kicking the people at the bottom of the barrel, but never fixing the root cause. They keep putting Bonjela on a gun with a rotten tooth. Get rid of the rotten tooth. Fix the problem. I know a bit about that. Which I think might have even had a lot to do with all the mercury they used to stick in our mouth when I was a kid. I had a mouthful of mercury. I'm not the type of mercury that sends you batshit. It's a solid mercury, not liquid mercury. Everyone's just... They seem to have an economic value, a finance. Everyone's worth something, and nobody is valued. And most people don't seem to have any value or values, for that matter. No family values, no community value, no value life. Well, all life is precious. Even the people that I'm talking about that seem nasty, like, what turned you that way? Why do you hate so much? You're so quick to anger, so driven by hate. That's a young fella, they must ask me a question. Puts me off. It always puts me off mid-thing. That's all right. I'll go on and see what he wants. Why? Because he's important to me. I guess what I'm trying to say is everyone's following the worst leader possible. You're following your leaders straight into the gates of hell, as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing good about these people. They're horrible. They're just horrible people. They're the real life demons. They want to fix problems by demonic means. Every problem's a nail and every solution's a hammer, and it just escalates from there to every problem's a oil well and every solution is a stick of dynamite to put out the burning oil well. Like, it's just blow everything up, will we? We can't. Society isn't going to survive like this. It just isn't. We're at the end of our tether. Do you realise that? We're at the end of our... Everybody wants to fight with everybody over the dumbest things, and everybody wants some kind of greedy, filthy, horrible pig of a saviour to save them. Sorry, but they're not going to come in like Wonder Blob and Super Greed. Wonder Blob and Super Coin is not going to save you. You're going to have to do it for yourself. And getting angry ain't going to get you anywhere. That's how you're controlled, with your anger, by your emotions. If it gets you angry, they know what it takes to get you angry now. They know how to press your buttons. They know how to send you in any direction they want to send you. Rah, 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 fucking like little fucking gremlins. You're so easily manipulated with your anger. And I offend and frighten people. Why? What are you doing, Tigger? Why? Because I see it and I point it out, and then you get even angrier. And then I ask you why you lied to me, and then you get even angrier. And then I ask you, why are you getting angry? There's something wrong with you. You need to, seriously, there's something wrong with you. And then you just go straight to violence. I didn't do anything. I just pointed out what I'm seeing. And then people want to back that up. They somehow trying to justify why somebody got violent when you just merely pointed out that you know they're telling you lies. You know that you're not going to allow them to manipulate you with duress and violence and anger or with lies. So then they resort to that. And people like me, like just for that, we get punished for it. For what? Just trying to get through life as best we can. In a world that's so sick that everywhere you look, it's just symptoms of sickness. Homelessness and drug addiction isn't the sickness, that's the symptom. It's society that's sick. It's thinking that you need someone to supply you with food in a truck at a supermarket that's sick. It's thinking that government's here for you. That's a sickness. That's a terrible sickness. And if you can't survive without them, you're not going to survive. Because it's all going bye-byes. It's all going away very soon. What are you going to do? Since you've spent especially the last 5 years, doing nothing but making enemies. What are you going to do? Run around and stab and rob each other and kick people's doors in for food? What are you going to do? The real Walking Dead's coming, and it's not zombies. It's desperate people. It's desperation. And people are going to end up sick because trying to live on canned food and stuff. You can't do it. It doesn't work. You can't live on canned food. You will die. Water will be contaminated because they've been so used to relying on government and everything else to make shit run uphill. And you don't grasp the concept of where do you bury bodies and all that sort of stuff without contaminating your own vegetable garden, without contaminating your own food supply, without contaminating your own water supply. You're not going to last a year. You haven't got a clue how to survive without government. I actually had someone on here sticking up for Gina Reinhardt for crying out loud. Wait, oh, she does this and that for our community. No, she keeps you fucking quiet. She makes you all think that she's good so she can be the fucking boss of the community. Are you stupid? Apparently. It's a bribe. Oh, she does this and that. Exactly what did I just say? It's a bribe. She bribes you to be her friend. So she can just rape your town. Take all the resources and minerals. Oh, she's got an aluminium smelter. She inherited a mine. She doesn't just run a smelter. There's smelters everywhere. There are a dime a dozen. There's 2 here in Tassie. There's one in Victoria that I know of, that I've been to. There's nothing special about an aluminium smelter. They're not worth the money that Gina Reinhardt's making. Oh, she hires local people. Go away. I'm not even sure if whether it was an AI trying to start an argument with me or just a monger. I don't know. I can tell you. But when shit hits the fan, these people aren't going to be around to help you. They're gone. They're out of here. Your mate Guru, he's got a catamaran for a reason. An ocean-going catamaran. How does a concreter from Wollongong that hasn't worked for years have a catamaran? Hello? Money from Epic much? How does Carl Leibold have the bus that he's got? An American bus with the V10 in it, all decked out as a studio, and that he can jump in it and live out of it at any time he wants to. A mobile home with a full-on social media studio in it, worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, who went from wearing t-shirts full of holes to brand name clothes overnight. Money from Epic? Where's Commo John Wilson gone? The pirate, pirate John A. Wilson. Sitting on a chest full of fucking money on an island? He lives on an island somewhere with his abo mates. No, that's what he says. Who knows where Ricardo Bosi really lives? Who really knows where he lives? Who knows anything about him, really? Someone who spent half of his life in the United Arab Emirates. And these people, they're just nasty now. I look at them, I do not see the same person that I saw 5-6 years ago. 7 years ago. Not even close. I do with Rick. I do. And I watch him just switch it on and off like a toggle switch whenever he wants. He's a damn good method actor. He's a real good method actor. Well spoken, multilingual. Leibold's an ex-radio announcer, an ex-disc jockey in the radio. So he's got the silver tongue. David Graham's is dumber than a box of rocks, but I don't know. I guess he connects with a certain demographic of people. Can't even show his face now because it fell off or something. I think he finally admitted he needed to get surgery on something that he figured he could fix with horse paste. He literally did the thing. The whole horse paste thing. Thinking it was going to fix cancer on his lip. They're evil people. Look at Musk, look at Trump, look at Larry Ellison, look at Sam Altman. They've all been conning you. It's been the longest con ever, the long con. Look at Alex Jones, he's flipped. He's always been a bit flipped. I mean, you know, turning the fucking frogs go, that's all, folks. Zuckerberg. Gates' dad himself was a eugenicist. South African. What's with all these South African people? Kim Clement, Elon Musk, the Gates family. All South African. South African people with Nazi Germany ties. What happened to all the people that were supposed to be tried and sent to Gitmo and all that? The military tribunals that were supposed to happen haven't happened yet. They're not going to happen. a whole bunch of money's been spent on Gitmo. There's, was it 300 and something holding cells, extra holding cells had been taken there. Well, holding cells, contained, fully self-contained units, air conditioning and all that sort of stuff. Or is it just another data centre? But if you don't wise up real soon, you're going to find yourself just standing in the middle of hell.